Bitcoin's alive, what you gonna do? Man, pool fees are high. Ordinal. Where does it stop? Nobody knows. It's a revolution.
Is Fluid Friday. We have our good friend Raul about to join us in a second, but we just want to tell you a little bit about Fluid before we start. Fluid is, in our opinion, going to be one of the biggest borrowing and lending, aspects in Bitcoin. There's not many dApps right now, or I guess you could say apps that are in Bitcoin, because not many things are centralized here, because we can't be yet. But we can do a lot of peer-to-peer type stuff, and that's what Fluid's trying to solve. They're trying to solve the borrowing and lending. Let's just say you have a node monkey and you don't want to sell it because you love the way it looks. It just represents you. It's your PFP. You can actually borrow against it using things like Fluid. And let's just say you have a bunch of bitmaps and you want to potentially kind of short them and stuff like that. You can use tools like Fluid and which we're definitely big. What can you tell us about Fluid before we bring Raul up?
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely a team that's head down building right now, and they're really just trying to ship the products, right? Like I feel like that's where they are, and now that a lot of these products have been finalized, and they're still working on their runes ordering book / swap, right? But I like the fact that they have the UTXO experience, right? And then they come over here and they're trying different things to kind of make it work, right? They've been trying different things and they found a solution to make the lending and borrowing process completely permissionless without using DLCs and stuff like that, right? Like the typical way of how someone would do the approach here. So I'm excited to see what they have for the future. Right now, it's kind of like, okay, the product is there. They're a team of just really technical builders, and now it's like, okay, let's get the user base up, let's get the liquidity up, let's start using the sucker, and then they have a point system, is what I'm hearing. So there's going to be incentives to be interactive with this platform, and I'm excited to hear what Raul has to say about that.
Yeah, and the best part of about their token, you can kind of get the best of both worlds. And I'm not promoting any token here. I'm just saying about it. You get if Cardano does a 10x that a lot of the Cardano guys are saying, that you get the pump from that, right? If Bitcoin and this ecosystem flies up, you kind of get the pump from that. It's like the best of both worlds there. I am a huge fan of what they're building, and the reason we partnered with them isn't about their token or nothing like that. It's we say a lot in the space. We always say it's not about the projects, it's the people behind the projects. And we first talked to Raul, it was like, holy crap, dude. We saw the same thing we saw with Benny. We saw the same thing we saw with Jeff, and we're seeing the same thing with Raul. And that is why we definitely were just like, yo, we could help you. You could help us. Let's do it. And that's why this partnership is here. It's because this guy, he's one of my favorites in the space already.
For sure, 100%.
Let's bring him up.
All right, let's do it.
Raul, man, welcome to the show.
Hey guys, how you doing?
Good, man.
Good.
Nice to be here.
Yeah, man. Awesome. So how's everything? I know that you guys are popping updates out left and right. Can you give us any updates on this week?
Yes, absolutely. So right now we are working heads down in our DEX, in our order book DEX. We have been able to do the first swaps in our private mainnet. So we are really proud of that. And we would like to launch by the end of next week in mainnet our DEX. So everyone will be able to create limit orders or swap. So it's going to be really nice, and hopefully we will increase and make better the experience about trading runes. This is right now, I think, one of the pain points in the ecosystem that we are experiencing, every one of us.
Yeah. 100%. So could you talk a little bit about, I think most of our audience knows how an ordering book works. You create the buy order and then sell orders and match those up, or you select one. But in terms of the swap, that's going to be the intriguing part for our audience. Can you tell kind of the basics of how the swap works?
Sure, absolutely. So when you create a limit order on our order book DEX, you basically are creating a commitment. Like you are saying, I have this amount of runes, or I have this amount of Bitcoin, and this is what I'm interested in. This is the price. I would like to trade this that I have for something else that maybe I don't have or that I have but I would like to increase for this price. And basically this creates a system of order books, because everyone is saying, okay, I'm selling these runes for this amount, or I'm buying these runes for this amount. And at this point, nothing is happening, nothing is actually trading. And this is what you can actually experience in our website right now. You can create limit orders that are essentially commitments, but you are not giving away your tokens, your runes, they are still in your wallet. You're just saying, I'm here and I would like to trade. However, let's say that now I would like to swap, okay? I would like to swap, and for the best price and the fastest speed possible, because I want right now. And I've checked some other places around, but I've seen bulk orders. They don't have the amount that I want, because this is one of the things also that we don't have yet in the space. So I want the amount of runes that I say, and it's okay. I will get. I want the best price in the market. Let's see what FluidTokens has to offer. So I pick the amount of Bitcoin that I'm willing to swap for runes, for instance. I pick the rune, and then the order book matches with the best order that is available at the moment. What does it mean? It means that it looks for the best price, and for the other user that is going to be able to fill my order, so that he has enough runes in order to make it happen. So I complete the transaction, and the cool part is this. When I sign my transaction, the transaction is going to be very clear. I will receive some runes in the transaction, it will show me, and I will send away some Bitcoin. So it's going to be super transparent. I will sign it, and on the other hand, the other party in this case is going to be notified. Like someone wants to trade runes with you at your price, so the one that you were committed for. And if you sign, so if the other party signs, he also will see you are sending away runes, but you are receiving this amount of Bitcoin. And if he confirms this swap has just happened. So it's a sort of peer-to-peer trading, but where everyone is using like a commitment instead of bulk orders.
Gotcha. So would it be kind of similar to like the ordering books on centralized exchanges too? You know how they set they'll set like this is what I want to buy and this is what I want to sell. So it's not going to be obviously you can't have the liquidity pool in AMM style, right? Because that's the limitation of Bitcoins. But what you can have is the ordering book style, and that's where it's going to seem more like a swapping of what's the closest you're looking for type of situation, rather than you just creating a listing like on Unisat and then waiting and stuff like that. Is that am I explaining that right?
No, yes, exactly. When you are on a centralized exchange, you basically, if you want to trade at the price that is in the market, you can just fill the orders that are available. But instead, exactly. if you would like your pricing, you create your limit order and you wait. So essentially, is the same thing, same experience, without the centralizing part, because the tokens are not stored in any wallet of FluidTokens.
Awesome.
Gotcha. Are you able to show your screen? Maybe you can walk us through a swap.
Yes.
Well, not the swap yet, but it's going to be the create the order, the limit order.
Yes. So let's see.
All right, guys, put your questions in the chat. We will get to those after into the Ordinal after hour.
So right now, this is the Fluid page. This is the lending marketplace. We have recently seen new users creating some pools and also experimenting with the borrowing. We are really happy about that. And let's go in the swap section. So the swap, this is the first thing that you see. It will show you how much Bitcoin do you have, how many runes do you have? In this case, it's dog. Let's see. I don't have this rune, but right now we have this ones. And someone asked, how can we verify this rune if we would like to trade it? Well, it's simple, like just ping us on Discord, send this a DM on Twitter, and we will make sure to add the rune to this.
Okay. You mean like whitelist it?
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
And right now, as you can see, there is no enough liquidity, but it's actually, we haven't enabled yet the swapping part, but you can create limit orders. This is the basic view, but if you would like a better one, you can even see the pro mode. You can change between, here are all the current orders. Once the swap and trading will be live, you will have a candle trading chart. And let's try to create our first order. I see that there are so many buy orders right now, probably because, here we are in R6. Let's go to dog. In dog, there are also some sell ones. Let's do one. So let's say that I want to sell all my dog, and I will go for a higher price. What I want to receive back is 1 Bitcoin. Right now, the price here is in Bitcoin per rune, but we are going to change it soon with Satoshis per rune in order to be easy to read.
Okay.
Also, let's set up our order. As soon as I sign the transaction, this is just I'm not signing any transaction that is a PSBT or anything on chain. It's just a commitment. This means that I'm not giving, sending away my tokens, my runes, and so on. And this is very important because, for instance, when you trade on Ethereum, for instance, you are giving the power to some smart contract over your tokens, okay? And sometimes we already know what has happened in the past. If one hack happens, this means that it's not going to, you are going to lose actually your runes. But in this case, they are safe. You are not signing anything that is sending them away. Our limit order has just been submitted, and I think, okay, here I am. I have this order that has been sent a few seconds ago. I won't be able to make another one, like because if you think about it, since I'm not sending my runes away, I could create infinite orders because we are not. But this is our, we have a limit right now for one order of the same time for rune. It means that I can create a sell order or and a buy order, but not multiples right now. This is to avoid spam attacks. And essentially, once, as you see here, there are a lot of buy orders, and this means that someone is going to be able to sell them directly for the best price available.
Gotcha. Okay, so let me ask you a question. You said that I understand why you're limiting it to one or one commitment per runes token. It makes sense. But does your system detect like their rune balance before they make that first commitment?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Good.
Yes.
And then you also commented before you went to create the limit order, and you said you were on the swap page, and you said there's no liquidity here. What did you mean by that? Like, will there be liquidity pools?
Oh, no. It means that, well, right now it's not enabled, but what happens, for instance, if I want to sell, let's say, well, all these runes are popular, but let's say that there is a new one that nobody knows. Let's pretend that nobody knows epic. And when I want to swap, if it wants a swap in order to happen, needs someone else on the other side.
Gotcha. Okay.
And if there is nobody,
the sell side liquidity. I gotcha.
Exactly.
Sell and buy side liquidity. Okay, that makes sense. Awesome. Okay.
And
Shizzy, go ahead.
no, yes, we are trying to make this experience more similar to what users are used to, and at the same time giving them the security of UTXOs, permissionless, without having control over their rules.
Yeah. Awesome. Shizzy, did
I
you
have
have
a
any
question.
questions? Go
Well, I
ahead.
have a question here from my good friend Nakib. He says, if it's an order book system and if the PSBT is being signed when the orders are met, how do you prevent from getting sniped?
Yes, this is a very good question. So the thing is this: it's you cannot have an order book with PSBTs. Why? Because first of all, someone could snipe, and but that's not a very, let's say, a big issue. It's annoying, but it's not. The biggest issue in that way is that if I create a PSBT where I am buying runes, someone could fill it with fake runes, because there is no on-chain control over the runes. On the ledger, runes are not a thing, so
Yeah.
there is no way to check that. So how does it work? It's a PSBT where the user that is swapping has already chosen the other party. In this way, I cannot sign or snipe because the other party has already been chosen. The signature is already known who has to sign. If you snipe it, you won't do anything.
Oh,
Only
is it
him.
so? In a sense, it's like you whitelisted that address.
Yes, exactly.
Okay, so that makes sense to me. So the way and that's from FluidTokens system, the way it works, right?
Yes, exactly.
Gotcha. Okay, that makes sense. Because if you whitelist it, no other address has access to that PSBT except for that whitelisted address that finishes the transaction.
Yes.
That's awesome.
Interesting. Yeah, that is awesome. And see if any questions here. We got a question from Chidi here. He goes, will the FluidTokens team implement a point system for users on the platform?
Yes, actually, we are already collecting the addresses that are interacting with the platform, and we are going to set a page where you can check your score, your rank, and so on. And yes, we are actually really happy regarding the user activity in the last days. They have been trading and also giving a lot of feedbacks, like things that we already had in plan. They were like, you should add this, you should add that.
Gotta love your community, man. Community means everything in this space, 100%. We got a question from our guy, Patty Poo. He says, can Fluid create rare Pepes? Obviously, you probably know what rare Pepes are. PSBT, transaction liquidity pools. This is probably a tough one.
When we, I think I should study before what's rare Pepes.
No, the rare Pepes are like old school
Yeah.
NFTs
2011.
for Bitcoin. Yeah.
Okay.
But but I don't think any entity can create liquidity pools right now on Bitcoin, right?
It's not possible.
I don't know, Raul. Is that
No, I think that if they are referring to the landing pools, yes, it's okay. If rare,
yeah, maybe that's what he's talking about.
yeah.
Wait. I want to make sure that answer got fully answered. So the rare Pepes are from counterparty though. So they're counterparty assets. So I don't know if you can create those because you're working with ordinals over here. You know, it's a different ecosystem. So
exactly.
I don't think rare Pepes would work.
Yeah.
Yep. It looks like it's all the questions from our people here, which is awesome. I was wondering if you could just kind of show us the lending platform really quickly, if you wouldn't mind, because I was trying to use it and it's definitely cool. So it's different, but I would love to see your perspective.
Absolutely. So first of all, we are really proud of our user experience, and we got a lot of feedbacks regarding this because it's nice. And how does it work essentially? This is, instead of PSBTs that, as said before, it's pretty hard to create PSBT in the lending part. while for the marketplace it works great, and even if you have the sniping issues and so on, for the lending it's not really that easy. And how does it work? Well, when you arrive on the page, you can already see the pools that are available. In this moment, if you have a NodeMonkey, a Bitcoin Puppet, a Floraform, you can already borrow directly from these pools. And if I click, for instance, here, in this case, I don't have a Floraform, but if I had one, it would appear here. I could select it and choose the ordinal that I want to use in this loan. However, if we go back to the market, here, I can create also a pool for something that I have. Let's see what we have. For instance, I don't know, what would you like? Maybe a Pizza Ninja.
There you go.
And I can create the size of the liquidity pool, in this case. And of course, there should be a minimum, because otherwise there is no enough size of the liquidity, and you will use all that loan or just for the fees. So let's say that I would like to create this one. And here I can set the APR, so how much I want to earn. And one question here was, yes, but why I shouldn't set the maximum? I want to lend and put just the maximum. That's but at the same time, if you put the maximum, someone could put lower and be the best lender against you and beat you and get the borrowers instead of you.
Yeah.
And also, if you want to be competitive, you should put a good amount of APR, like not that much interest. You can set up how much you are willing to provide liquidity for, 7 days, 15, 30. Let's say 7. And here, how much from that pool you want to allocate for each ordinal. What does it mean? It means that I could create a big liquidity pool of 1 Bitcoin, but here I can set how much someone can borrow for each Pizza Ninja. And in this case, if I do 25%, and I create, it will ask me to sign the transaction, and then that's it. It's going to be on chain as soon as it settles.
So the loan amount,
yeah,
that you said, it has the percentage breakdown based off of what though?
The size of my liquidity pool. If you remember here, I set up how much liquidity I want to provide overall.
Okay.
But here I set how much of that liquidity can be used for one single ordinal of that collection.
Okay.
And this is interesting because with UTXOs, you can do something really, really cool that you cannot on EVM. Like, let's say that I set up this pool and I say, okay, 25% of the pool can be used for one ordinal, 1 Pizza Ninja. And someone arrives with 4 Pizza Ninjas and say, I want to borrow all the liquidity in the pool. He can do it in one transaction, because in one transaction, you can create the 4 ordinals in input, the 4 ordinals in output, and you can optimize this loan at the most. You don't have to pay 4 times the fees.
Oh, interesting.
You do one time.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
So back to step 2 real quick. So is that based off of how much Bitcoin you have in your wallet?
Yes.
Okay. I was going to say, yeah, because Pizza Ninjas are 0.1 right now. So So basically what you could do, like if I wanted multiple Pizza Ninjas, I probably want to put maybe 0.3 in my wallet, and then I can set the max loan or sorry, the loan price. Is it step 5? I think.
Wait. Let's max loan amount.
Yeah, max loan amount. Okay, I got you. Okay, yeah. So that's pretty straightforward. I think once you walk through it, right? It's like you just need that Bitcoin. You need to get that Bitcoin. So everything. Go ahead.
And I was just gonna say that's the one thing that's awesome about our job. We get to sit down with the guy who created it. He gets to walk through.
And what happens when someone wants to loan? Well, he will get notified, like here, you see, one borrower has initiated a loan, review the terms to get started, because the lender has to confirm and to review that everything is all right. He can also see the ordinals that the borrower is using, so he can say, okay, these pizza ninjas are cool, or maybe no, he likes only a specific type trait of pizza ninja, and he can decide before starting if he would like or not.
Gotcha.
That's awesome.
Is there a messaging system? I think we had spoke before, and that's something that you guys might implement down the road.
Yeah, right now we have this notification system, and on dashboard, in the settings, you have the email notification. So if you set the email notifications, you will be able to get email regarding that.
Gotcha. That's awesome. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. And I guess if you can, in the simplest form, because other lending and borrowing use DLCs to make it permissionless, can you tell just the simplest way how that's different from what you guys do?
Sure. So in our case, lender and borrower has always control over the loan, and they don't have to ask us to check, verify, or add an additional signature. This is the main difference. Ideally, lender and borrower, once they start the loan, they can even close the FluidTokens page and use it if they are like tech-savvy nerds. They can fill and complete the repay, the claim the ordinal, and so on by their own, because they don't need us. It's on everything is permissionless in this sense.
Okay.
However, we are still looking to oracles and DLC, because we think that it could really be a very good element in order to get instant liquidity. What do we mean? If you set the terms of that pool and the oracle verifies that you are using the right collateral, you are trying to pick the right amount, you can already do it in one transaction without waiting the approval of the lender, because the oracle is going to verify that lender terms are being accepted and done.
Gotcha. I gotcha. Okay.
Awesome.
Cool.
So just finishing up here, our friend Naqib said one more time, he said, so if I create a limit order on Fluid Token and I create one on Magic Eden, and say if my order on Magic Eden gets bought, what will happen to my order on Fluid Token?
Nice. As soon as someone will try to swap, we will first verify if that order is still doable. Otherwise, it's going to be canceled, and we will keep going with the following limit order.
Yeah, and that's the whole. I think that's the whole process of like the commitment side, is that like you're not signing anything over at that point, right? It's just the commitment, and then so that allows for you to not get screwed if, let's just say, someone is malicious and tries to get away with loaning and selling and stuff. So that's actually a fail-safe, I feel like.
Yeah.
So yeah.
All right, Raul, man, it's been an absolute pleasure. Fluid Friday was definitely a success. I think I learned a lot. I hope this is all for me, guys, just so you guys know. But I appreciate you, Raul. And if you're interested, we'd love to have you back on next Friday as well, around the same time, same place. If you have the time, that would be absolutely amazing.
Yes, absolutely. Thanks a lot, guys, for this opportunity, and let's stay in touch.
Awesome.
See you soon.
Talk to you soon.
Well, that was fun, man. I like Raul. That was awesome.
Yeah.
Ordinal Revolution. Let's go.